When you're younger, you don't appreciate those things very much. Whether it's maybe not a focus, but as you get older, you really appreciate intelligence. And when you see intelligence and beauty together, it's just like wow, wow.
So yeah, lesson with me is so boring in compare with.
No, no, because with you, when I work with you, I can relax a little bit, right? I can relax a little bit. But when I'm working with some other people, sometimes there's not an opportunity to relax because they expect me to be the role model because it's a job, and a job is sometimes a little bit like acting, right?
Like
Acting.
acting.
Acting. Yeah, it's like when we are usually not exactly the same person at home as we are at work.
Uh-huh.
Because
Yeah.
a job is a role. It's a little bit of acting. It's a bit of a
Yeah.
performance.
The people with more faces. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and so some people expect me to be a certain level of professional, and so I have to try to be a little bit more professional with some people than other people. Some people are really serious people, right? And
So, sorry, is it your your role or
oh no, right
true,
now,
right? Or
right now, no. But for example, there are some companies that I work with where the people in the companies are very serious, and so
bank companies, or
banks and
insurance companies, yeah.
like the Europa shopping center. I work with the CBRE, which is they're the management company for the local shopping center, and those people are pretty serious about their work and their job, and they expect me to be serious also. It's their expectation. So for them, I'm serious.
Yeah.
This is what they want. They want me to be serious, so I'll be serious. No bullshit, right?
Yeah.
No bullshit. I give you this and this and this to do. You do it, and you don't come back to me and say I didn't have time. I don't have time for people who say I don't have time.
Yeah.
Right? So, so they expect that level of professional perspective and attitude, which is good, but sometimes you have to understand that it's not always good to be all professional all of the time. You've got to be flexible to be able to grow. And sometimes when you're very serious, it's also not good sometimes. Like being serious is good if you're preparing legal information, or you're writing a contract or something, or you're in a very difficult negotiation. But when you're working in an office with other people, you have to be flexible. You can't be serious all the time because people will kill each other in that kind of environment. You have to be able to relax a little bit more and take a step back from your work, and some people can, some people can't. It's different for different people. But the point is, in my work, and this is about human relationships and trust and rapport and all those positive elements, is that the best way to develop a positive relationship is to mirror the emotions and the attitudes and the actions of the other person. It's the best way to make anybody feel comfortable. The best way to make anybody feel comfortable is try to connect on the same level with them that they're at. So part of my job is connection. Part of my job is to make an assessment of, part of any teacher's job is to make an assessment of what level are you at, and how can I best connect with you?
Děkujeme.
And how can I communicate to you in a way that you will understand what I'm saying? Because everybody is a little bit different. You know, that's why when I'm in a business company, I will wear a shirt, right? When I go to a professional company, I'll wear a shirt, because that's how I communicate with them. Not just through my words, but also through my clothes.
Yeah.
And when I'm working in my office, generally I wear a t-shirt.
To be mirror.
Yeah.
To your partner.
Yeah, to be closer.
Yeah,
to be closer and to make people.
It's about the impression.
To make people feel comfortable. I mean, to take a basic example, like if you walk into a rock bar wearing a boy band t-shirt or gay pride, right?
Yeah.
You're not gonna make a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Because you are presenting yourself as something different. So we all have to learn this skill, and you can't have a successful business negotiation if you don't have trust. And we talked about this a little bit last week, right? We talked about building trust first. We talked about that reminds me.
Yeah, I forgot the notes. Yeah.
The notes. Yeah. Look.
Yeah.
There's the notes from last week. Yeah, where we were talking about two things. We were talking about how trust is built from the principle of working backwards through have, do, and be. That if you want to build trust, it means you want to have something. If you want to have something, you need to do something. If you want to do something, you first have to be the right person.
Yeah.
You first have to be the right person. So trust is built through the process of working backwards from have, backwards to do, and then to be first to build personal relationships. And we also talked about how the activities that we do earlier in the day have a higher percentage of success. Like your morning activities have a 90% success rate, your afternoon activities have a 50%, and your evening activities have a 20% productivity success rate. And this is why I changed my timetable. I changed my timetable because it was really important for me to have personal development. I can't have business development if I don't have personal development. It's here, right? I can't have the business development if I don't have the personal development first. And that's why I changed my timetable to start my working day later and start my personal development earlier so that I can begin with the personal development and I have a higher percentage possibility of productive success because I put my personal development as the very first part of my day and work on that first. So I think this applies to everybody. I think it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter who you are or where you are. It's the same principle. And I don't know how I got from beautiful girls in Slovakia to productivity, but there must be some connection.